Hello and welcome to the channel Life is Important. This is Sister Kate here. Today the topic is about our children, black children and mothers. Many of us came from background where our parents brought us up in a well-mannered way. But when we have our own children, we are failing them. We are failing them in a sense that we are failing to correct them. We are failing to stop them in doing the wrong things. The reason for my coming out with this today is because of the recent situation that has been happening in London. In England, I would say, that black children are killing themselves for simple reason. Some of them are rivals because they are in a group of music or work area that they feel that they are the best. Parents are failing to correct their children from when they are babies. If I'm not mistaken, I read the Bible and it is said that train up a child in the way that they should grow, that when they are older, they will never depart from it. If you train up your child to be cordial to one another, to be respectful to people, there is no way any of these children who are killing themselves would join a gang. They are just spoiling their future. And when they've killed themselves, who do we have to be our future leaders? I just beg parents to start from babies to correct their children. When they see their children doing the wrong thing, they should stop them and explain to them why it's not right to do what they are doing. That is not love. Parents and mothers, that is not love. You are not loving your child by leaving your child to do the wrong thing. By allowing your child to go haywire on what they want to do. Correct them. Give them the right instructions. Just like how your parents taught you. Or even if they have not taught you, know the right thing. As I am a Christian, I go by the Christian ethos. I believe that everyone should love one another. And if you love yourself, you love one another, there is no way you're going to hurt any other person. Just recently in the news, it was told that this 23-year-old young man was stabbed to death. What a loss. As a mother of young people, I feel that loss. It hits me hard because to lose a child when you are alive is the worst thing. Never in our life did we know that children die before parents. Where I grew up, our parents live till the age of 90. But these days, the way we are bringing up our children with excess love, that we are scared of our children, scared of telling them to stop when they are doing wrong. That is not love. That is really not love. When you love your child, you will prepare your child for future in the right direction. Now we've seen these children make music. They use all sorts of languages that I can't even bear to listen. But these are the music that these young people are listening, that is poisoning their mind, that is creating violence. Why? I just cannot understand. Music is meant to sit down, listen, enjoy it, or you dance to it. I grew up with some lovely classical music and country and western music, and I was taught to dance to them. That was when I was in the world. But they were lovely music. And even these days, I can listen to them and see some nice words out of those music. But these days, I can barely stand one line of their lyrics. It's never gonna be right, because those music are steering the children into negative actions where they are using weapons to attack one another. That's not right. Parents, warn your children. Speak to your children. Bring them up like men. Bring them up with dignity. Have pride in your children. Don't have pride in the music that they are making that is creating violence. So, how can we solve the problem of our young children today? How can we solve these problems? When I hear people talk, they blame the government. They say, oh, the government did not do this. The government did not provide this. Did the government ask you to go and have children? Did the government ask you to go and have children? And when you have children, did you make plans for your children's future? Did you make plans for how you will bring up that child? Please, people, stop this. But if it is left with me, how I would solve that problem is to take each and every child after leaving school and put them into national service. Every one of children, male or female, will go into national service to go get proper training. It's not about killing people, but when they become soldiers, they will know what it means to survive, because they go through rigorous training. So why did they not do national service in England, in Western world? In Africa, many countries have national service when their children finish secondary education. They go on national service. So, That's the way I would deal with that situation, not blaming the government. Why are you blaming the government? Did the government ask you to go have any child? Did the government ask you to go have any child? You have your child because you want to have your child. Okay. We were meant to procreate, and that is when we are married. Two people should bring up children. But these days, as soon as the women have their children, the men run away because they don't want responsibility. And the women are left with these children, bringing these children up. And it's stressful. Stressful for women. So, I applaud women because they're doing fantastic job. And that's why when this trouble comes, when children are killed, or when they are killing themselves, I feel the pain because I'm a woman. Because I know how that parent would be feeling. That pain that is going through that mother's heart. So, my people, especially black people, bring your child up in the perfect way you want them to grow. Children are our future. Teach them well. We want leaders. We want teachers, headmasters, doctors, lawyers, nurses, politicians, pastors. We want all these people. We don't want dead bodies lying all around the place, trying to fix things. They're calling on the government to fix things, to fix what they have messed up, what the parents have messed up, because I'm not sure, but I don't know how many parents has a Bible in their homes, who teach their children to read Bible, who show their children Bible passages and read some of the Proverbs, because the Proverb book has many life lessons. The Proverb book has many life lessons. It teaches you about riches. It teaches you about how to live well. It teaches you about money. And it teaches you how to work with people. My black people, it is time to stand up for your children. Don't blame the government. The government has nothing to do with your children. Why should I be blaming the government about my child who's gone bad? As a black person, you know how your parent brought you up. Bring your child up that same way. Not very harsh, but direct them. First of all, start with let your child don't call adults by their names. They should have respect. When you speak to your child, don't encourage your child to answer you back. Show the child that you are the head of the house. Show the child that you are the head of the house. Because you feed them. They cannot pay their own rent. They cannot buy their own food. They cannot even cook. They cannot even clean. And then they want to give you, the mother who is caring for them, they want to answer back. No, don't take it. That's not the right way to go. Even if they run to social services, as long as you didn't hit them, you're teaching them life's lesson that will take them to the end of their lives. When I'm speaking to parents today, I'm speaking as an experienced mother. As an experienced mother, all of my children will not come out well. But I thank God they are not dead. They are alive. So, we should always learn to give a little, take a little. You can love them well, hug them, kiss them. Yes, because they are yours, they are your children. Show them love. But where discipline is, teach them discipline. Teach them to know their right from their wrong. They should know their left hand and their right hand. Because I see many children these days, they just pronounce adults' name as if they are equals. And when you do not know this distinction between adults and young people, that's when the problem comes. Because young people begin to think that they're all equal. They can speak to you as their equal or their mate. That's not right. From home, that's where respect starts. And when you start the respect from home, it flows throughout. And when you meet people, wherever you go to school, you go to church, you go to your workplace, you will respect those who are older than you. Or you even respect your mates because you've learned it from home that you should learn how to speak to people. I'm speaking to you, my people, today because I want our children to be safer when they walk in the street. They should not be walking in the street and turning their back and looking if their own kind is coming after them. Since in the late 90s, I would say, we begin to see the rebellious side of black children, how they are dealing with situation. And the next thing people are saying, they begin to blame the homes. Well, before they blame you at home, you begin to deal with your child from home so that when they go in the street, they will know that this child comes from a well brought up home. Well, I'm angry, but it's a righteous anger and it's a holy anger. Because the Holy Spirit has given me the word to talk to my sisters who have children today so that they learn how to start bringing up their children and not leave their children to run riot for themselves. A child is given to you by God so that you can bring up the child in a respected manner so that when the child grows older, they will never depart from it. And I watch people when these things happen, when they kill children in the street, many people begin to say, oh, he was a nice child. Oh, he says good. He says nice greetings. When we meet, he's so quiet. Yes, that child may be quiet. But what's going on in that child's head, nobody knows. Because nobody stopped to ask questions. Even sometimes the children just walk into the house. They don't even say hello to their parents. They just walk into their bedrooms. They will stay in their bedroom for many hours, walk out again, walk in, walk out. What's that all about? And black people, we are all about unity and family. And family united. Even people who walk in the street are our family, our uncles and our aunties. People begin to wonder when you say uncle, you say auntie. People begin to wonder, you are related. Yes, we are related not by blood, but by God's creation. Because each one of us were made of the same fiber. We are all one people. And in Africa, where I came from, our neighbors are our aunties, our uncles, and our cousins, our brothers, our sisters, our grandmas, our grandpas. And they all help to bring a child up. But in this country, we are so isolated that everyone is enemy. So, then now, we should start from our own homes to bring up our children in the perfect way if we do not have this communal family group as in Africa. Because what else can we do? To start from our home. So parents, please start with your children from their babies to bring them up. They should not lift hand to hit anyone. They should not even lift hand to hit you. You begin to smile at it or laugh at it. No, no laugh. Tell that child that no, it is wrong. Do not lift your hand to hit anyone. Do not lift your hand to hit neither me nor anyone else. Your hands are not made to put on people. Nobody has the right to put their hands on you. So you don't put your hands on anyone. Teach them from they are young. So when they are older, they will not take up weapon. But they have not seen you with weapon. Your weapon is the words in your mouth. So therefore, I am giving you this few advice as a mother and a grandmother. So, women, look after your children and they will be blessed. God bless you all and keep you. May the grace of the Lord be with you all. In Jesus' name, I leave you in God's care. Like the channel. Till then, subscribe, leave comments, and I'll get back to you with more topic. God bless and keep you. Bye-bye.